Hello, welcome. Here we are. We're in the kitchen. We haven't had a power cut or anything. Frank is here. We're just getting organised. I've just walked in the door. There's nothing quite like flying by the seat of your pants. Here we are. People are beginning to join us.
Good heavens.
Hello.
Yes.
Frank, welcome.
Good evening, yes.
Good evening. Come on, come over.
Yes, you were in traffic jams and all sorts of problems.
Come right over.
Yeah.
We've been in traffic jams and you need to come right over beside me. Yeah, there we go.
Yes,
we
okay.
can see you now.
Okay, it's okay.
Oh, and the golfer's bringing a beautiful poinsettia, which is a gift from Frank. Lovely.
That's the best it could do.
Lovely. Thank you. It's beautiful. If we can see it there. We need to put it where those flowers are. You're seeing it all today, folks.
You certainly are. Yeah.
Lovely to have you with us. Frank's in the kitchen. I'm just going to move this a little bit in. There we go. The golfer's doing the set behind us.
Sound like Percy Grower.
You're a bit.
Percy Thrower.
They will all have heard of Percy Thrower. That's the beautiful plant Frank bought.
Yeah, okay.
Welcome, welcome. Let me just see who's joining us. Eileen, hello, and Moira Haggart and Margaret Hine. Nice to see you both. And Jamie Sutherland, we just saw him. He's saying evening, you made it back. Jamie was in Fraser as well. I'll explain later. Joyce is watching. Hello, Joyce. And Doreen, feeling a lot better, thanks, Doreen. Oh my, a lot better. Oh, thank you. That was how I was feeling.
Yes, right.
Like Nellie the elephant. I had no voice. This time last Monday, no voice.
That's right, yes, we had to cancel last week.
I had to abandon. So I'll take my coat off just to show.
Shall I play a few tunes when
Why
you're
not
getting
play?
undressed?
Yeah. Welcome. Oh my goodness, just got the coat off. It's been a busy day. We've been, the golfer and I were out at a lovely service celebrating the life of Flora Fraser, Lady Saltoun, a cousin of Her Majesty the Queen.
Oh, yes.
Lived to the ripe old age of 93. She sat in the House of Lords. Wonderful, wonderful lady. And so there was a celebration of her life. and I was asked to sing, so I feel very honoured to have been invited to sing.
Obviously that lady was a household name in Fraser because you have Sultan Square, am I right?
Yes, that's right.
So, all part of the history of Fraser.
Very much, and the Fraser family, of course, chief of the clan Fraser. So I think Flora was instrumental in having the biggest ever clan gathering ever.
Good heavens,
for the Frasers. So it was a marvellous celebration of her life.
So you were in the company of brokers, as they call them.
I was, and lots of friends who'd travelled from all over. It was lovely. So thank you, Frank, for coming back to the kitchen again, because we were supposed to be last week, but no voice. And I had sung at Flora's marvellous celebration a lovely song called Dumbarton's Drums.
Yes, okay.
Let me just get those.
Yes.
Get those words. Where did he go? He went somewhere, and frankly, oh no, well, maybe I've got it here. I've got it here. Now we haven't even had a chance. This is the wonderful Flora Lady Saltoun.
Yes.
A great character, a marvellous lady called Flora, had such a wonderful aura. She's creative and kind with a very fine mind. Her family and friends all adored her.
Right, that's lovely.
So
yes,
that was,
yes,
and
okay.
her favourite song, which we haven't had a chance to go through, but
No.
I sang unaccompanied.
Yes, okay.
But with Lord Simon Glenarthur, who's asking kindly for you.
Oh, yes,
and
yes.
the choir.
Lovely.
So I just got a note.
Okay.
So if you give me a C, I've got my Dumbarton's drums.
Great.
Thank you. Dumbarton's drums, they sound so bonny, and they remind me of my Johnny. What fond delight can steal upon me when Johnny kneels and kisses me across the fields of bounding heather. Dumbarton tolls the hour of pleasure, a song of love that knows no measure, when Johnny kneels and sings to me. Dumbarton drums, they sound so bonny, and they remind me of my Johnny. What fond delight can steal upon me when Johnny kneels and kisses me. Tis he alone that can delight me, his graceful eye, it doth invite me, and when his tender arms enfold me, the blackest night doth turn and flee. Dumbarton's drums, they sound so bonny, and they remind me of my Johnny. love, he is a handsome fellow, and though he is Dumbarton's caddy, someday I'll be a captain's lady when Johnny tells his vow to me. Dumbarton's drums, they are so bonny, and they remind me of my Johnny. What fond delight can steal upon me when Johnny kneels and kisses me, when Johnny kneels and sings to me.
Well done. Yeah.
Well, not considering I've never sung it in my life before until this afternoon,
And Frank hasn't played it.
and Frank's never
Yet,
played it before, and we've certainly never done that together.
No,
But
no,
you know, it was the Corries and Jean Redpath
Yeah.
that made this quite famous. I mean, it dates back to.
There is a march
1800s.
tune in actual fact. I think it's maybe a pipe tune called Dumbarton Drums, but it bears no resemblance whatsoever.
A completely different tune.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
But with this one, I almost want to hear trum tum tum.
Oh, yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
it lends itself to
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
And there was a lovely recording that Jean Redpath did with, I think it was Alistair Fraser on fiddle, and maybe someone on cello. I can't remember exactly.
Yes, yeah.
But there's a beautiful arrangement, and I guess they didn't go for the obvious drumming,
Yes,
but it's sort of. But
It's a lovely song.
this
It really
was-
is.
Flora Fraser, Lady Saltoun's favourite tune.
Lovely.
So it was a privilege to be invited to sing and be there and just get back in time.
Indeed, yes. Well,
Just get back. So Frank, how's your week or two been?
well, it's a busy time of the year with St Andrew's Night coming up, of
Yeah.
course, and you've got all the reeling groups having their dances, celebrations at Glentanner and Udney as well.
Oh, we saw
So-
Michael and Claire Bruce from Glentanner.
Oh, lovely.
They
yes,
were there. It was a lovely,
that was
lovely to see
Yeah,
them.
Good, good.
So you're doing that, yes?
Well, Glentanner was last week.
All right, okay.
But Udney is this weekend, and that's Udney reelers that are really, most of them come from the Broch, you know, farmers from the Broch and the vets and accountants and such like that.
And love to dance.
Yes, absolutely.
Clepsydra.
Oh, the golfer's got a clue.
Clepsydra.
Right, we'll do it after this song. There's a clue. I don't know what the clue is. I thought that was a swear word that you just said, and I thought I'll just
Maybe it is, yes.
gloss over that for a second. Let's say hello to a few people. Elizabeth Lissamore McGilvery, she said it's a lovely song, and Rowena Cruikshank, welcome. Nice to know that you're watching, and there's just lots of people joining, which is really, really lovely. What are you going to play, Frank?
Oh.
Do I see the Bluebell Polka?
Yeah, how about that? Yes.
Yeah,
just for
the old Will Star.
The old Will Star. Yeah, it's
one of the golfers' favourites as well.
yeah, it's requested quite a lot as well. So
I know I've
that
asked
tells
you
a
this
tale.
before, but Will Starr, he kind of made that tune famous.
Yes. Another one he made famous, and at the Tivoli as well, was what's the name? Jacqueline Maltz.
The Jacqueline
So we'll get
Waltz,
that
yeah.
one for next time.
Oh, no,
yeah, it's
that
a
would
lovely
be-
tune. Yeah.
And tell us the difference again between the button accordion, button box, and the keyboard again.
Well, you've answered it yourself. It's got buttons instead
Yes.
of keys, and it's a push.
But why would you choose to do that one rather than the? Why
Well-
does anyone choose the button accordion?
I've no idea
Because does Phil Cunningham play? Does he play both?
no,
No,
I
he
think he
plays-
just plays piano.
Yeah, the piano.
Well, it's like a mouth and or it's a push. It's a blow and suck type instrument. So you've got the bellows have got to keep going in and out depending on what
Yeah.
note it is. Anyway, you've caught me on the hop there, but they're quite different. They sound the same, but they're quite different to play.
They are. I just remember Will Starr as a child watching him, and it was a more compact instrument, I think, that he played,
yeah.
and it was that marvelous thing that he would turn to the audience and then kick.
Yeah,
he
that's right.
became famous for his.
And Jimmy
his
Shand, of course, played the same accordion.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, the Buckner accordion. Yes.
Phil?
Right.
You see, you get
That's-
all sorts
no,
of it.
that's
Now the
the
golfer
show.
has a clue.
Clepsydra.
What is the meaning of clepsydra? How do you spell that?
C-L-E-P
C-L-E-P
S
S
H-Y-D-R-A.
H-Y-D-R-A. You've got to be quick to keep up with this.
I don't think
Clepsydra.
we can't even guess this one. No.
I think I'll have to sing something while
Yes,
you all
okay.
look it up because Han
Right.
Houston and Tane, she'll be looking it up. They'll be Googling
What have you got in
clepsydra.
mind?
Should we do, we haven't had a chance because nothing, no excuses, Fiona.
No, okay.
No excuses. Skye Boat Song.
Well, that was well.
Let's do.
that's
Everyone loves that. I know this is not going to be a popular thing for me to say, but she says, diving with both feet in. I know a lot of people love Outlander, and the theme tune is the Skye Boat Song, but they've changed the words.
Oh, I don't know
And
what
actually, it annoys me every time I see it, because what's wrong with the original words? Not for me to say, but you might feel the same way. I don't know.
Right,
But
okay.
whatever it is, they've changed the words, and I like the old words better. Anyway. It's fun. Speed, bonny boat, like a bird on the wind. Onward the sailors cry. Carry the lad that's born to be king over the sea to sky. Loud the waves howl, loud the waves but we don't rehearse. Oh, the golfer liked that one a lot too. Now, let us see if anyone. It was a clue.
Anne's got it.
Has Anne got it already? What was the? I don't even remember what the clue was. Something like it was like kleptomaniac, but it wasn't
something like that with
what
a
was
C.
it? What was it? What was the clue?
Clepsydra.
Clepsydra. Anyone know Kleps? Oh, someone prefers the original lyrics as well. Thank you, Rhoda. I'm not alone. And Tina, Kleps. Oh, quick, Tina, put it back again. Something to do with stealing water or a water device? Could it be that? Something like that. Oh, he's close. The golfer is saying. Well, water is hydra. We should have got that.
Yeah.
Like
We should have got that.
hydroelectric.
Yeah, correct,
we should
yes,
have got that. Hydra. So so someone who steals water?
Yeah.
Is it klepto? No.
Kleptomania.
Clepsydra.
Klepsydra. I'm just trying to make up a word here.
No.
A kleptocedric could be someone who steals water.
Well, that's exactly what it would be. A kleptocedric would
But that isn't what your clue
that's
is.
not the word. No,
So
you've made up a word. That's a fifi word.
I made up a word.
Yeah.
You know, last week, Frank, when I had laryngitis, I mean, like no voice at all, the golfers said that old joke about somebody rang up and invited him out, and he said, "No, I am not coming out. My wife has laryngitis, and I'm not going to miss it." I'm staying in.
Yes, yeah.
So
okay.
I'm making up for it now. The voice is kind of. I don't quite know what's going to come out sometimes. That's
That word sounds like an illness, klepto.
Kleptocedra.
Yeah.
Clepsydra.
Oh, klepsydra.
It's not klepto.
It's not klepto. I'm making it
You're
up.
making up the word.
Sorry. Klepsydra.
Yeah,
Quick, tell me. Loved it, but why didn't you go into? Oh, to Heather Bells. Oh, that's my sister Kirstine asking me. Over the sea to Skye, where the heather bells are blooming, just outside Granny's door, where as laddies there we played in days of long ago, 'neath the shadow of Benraggy and Golspie's lordly stay. How I wish that I could see my granny's Hielan hay. There you go.
Have I got the right?
Where the heather bells are blooming, just outside Granny's door, where as laddies there we played in days of long ago, 'neath the shadow of Benraggy and Golspie's lordly stay. How I wish that I could see my granny's Hielan. Well remembered, Kirstine. That was, you know, isn't it funny?
It's a lovely song.
We grew up with all these tunes, and Dad would sing them in a medley. So Kirstine was expecting, after the Skye Boat song, for us to go into Granny's Hielan because that's what Dad would do.
Okay, right. Yes.
Well remembered, and thank you for playing it in absolutely the bang-on right key there.
Well,
I mean, this man is a wizard. I just pick a
not
key.
sure about that. I pick a key and you change it.
That's true.
Okay.
Talking of wizards, did you watch Scotland versus Australia in the rugby?
No, I didn't, but yeah,
It was
many people did.
so good. It was just so good. But in the Australian team, talking of wizards, there is a player called Harry Potter.
Oh, gosh.
In the way you scored the try.
And he scored a try. Yeah, I think he came on and quite impressive, but clearly not as impressive as the Scots. The Scots were fantastic. We sat at home, we had tickets for the match, but because the golfer and I have been just a bit under the weather, we thought, no, we're not going to go. And then I probably wouldn't have been able to sing tonight if I was shouting at the rugby. I do
So that
shout
would keep
at
your
rugby.
spirits up.
It was so
the result,
good.
Yes.
Actually, we could probably do Flower of Scotland, but what are you going to?
Well, I came across this Callum Kennedy song, and I thought, just for a little bit of fun,
Okay,
it will involve you
right.
and Francis.
Okay.
Okay? Are you ready for this?
Right.
You've got to whistle.
Oh, I know what it is then. It's the Whistling Gypsy.
That's right.
Or the
yes.
Gypsy Rover.
The Gypsy Rover, yes.
Okay.
Okay, have you got your...
Are you good at whistling?
Moist my
You've
lips.
got your throttle ready, yes. Yeah, okay.
I'm not very good at
I'll
whistling.
play it a couple of times through.
You're good at
and
whistling.
Perhaps you can sing a verse, and then we can. The three of us can whistle.
Okay, I like a test on a Monday. He whistled and he sang, the winds ran, and he won the heart of a lady. He whistled and he sang till the winds ran, and he won the heart of a lady.
Change of key.
He whistled and he sang till the winds ran, and he won the heart of a lady.
All whistle now.
That you're good. Wrong key for me. Well done. He whistled and he sang, the winds ran, and he won the heart of a lady. Oh.
It's a bonny wee song, that.
Do you know,
isn't
you
it?
brought back so many memories. I mean, Dad was a great whistler as well. I mean,
Was he? Yes.
he could. That wasn't in my key
It's-
for whistling.
It's very difficult to whistle while you're
What
smiling.
was your first key? I think I could whistle better. What-
That was.
that was your. Do you know, I know that some my sisters watch, and it will bring back a lot of memories for them as well, because it was so much part of our dad's act. And when he would say to the audience, you know, what would you like? And all the audience would shout out different songs. That was always in the mix.
Yeah.
And there was another song that we should look at sometime, and it keeps being requested, is Those Brown Eyes.
Oh, it's that one I know.
So
yeah,
and
we'll look
it's
that
a
one out for
waltz.
next time,
We
yeah.
need to look that one out, because it was a big favourite, and of course Movaher. A lot of people loved that, but I wouldn't.
yes.
I wouldn't dream of singing that, because he's
That's the one with the big range.
huge range,
yes,
but
that's right.
he was just nobody could sing it like him.
That is a
Beautiful.
lovely song. That was one of your dad's favourites.
Well,
so,
and I mean, I don't think many people could sing it like him. He could just,
No,
he
no,
just
it's,
sang the socks off. But that was, so for those of you who haven't ever heard my dad, Callum, sing, I mean, it's all over YouTube and everything, but look up Movahir, which is Gaelic for my mother, and it's just stunning. It's just full of heart. And also, he once did a New Year show. I think I was working in Canada, but my sisters all took part in this marvellous New Year show with my uncle Alistair Gillis, Mary Sandyman, Alistair Fraser was on fiddle.
Oh yes, remember that well.
There were so many good, and Uncle Alistair and Dad did a great duet together, and I'm sure Dad sang Movahir on that. And and for a live performance, it was just like, you know.
Talking about your dad and Alistair, I think I mentioned this to you. There's a lady out in Kemney who would like LP records, if anyone has them, of your dad singing the Portabale and Gaelic songs.
Yes.
Or Alistair, her.
I will ask Uncle Alistair. I will be seeing him.
Okay.
The kitchen concert actually next week is going to come from my Uncle Alistair Gillis's kitchen.
Oh, lovely.
So I'm looking forward to that, especially.
That will be special. Yeah.
It will be very special, and it's very ultra special because Aunt Angela is home from hospital.
Yeah, well
so
done.
much better. So that's great news. So we'll be in the kitchen. I'm hoping to have a special guest. I better not announce it yet until I know that he can definitely come and play. We're hoping that a guest will join Uncle Alistair Gillis and myself in their kitchen.
Where?
Now, well, I haven't told you yet.
Oh, right. Oh, I'm always lost to know. Always lost to know, yeah. Here's your Pier 45, right?
Forgot to tell the golfer that
Yes.
next
Here's
week's
your papers.
kitchen concert is going to come from Uncle Alistair's kitchen.
All right, okay.
Because there's another reason. I feel very honoured to have been invited to Alex Salmon's memorial service at St Giles Cathedral, which is taking place this Saturday. So I feel very privileged indeed. So there'll be a big gathering at St Giles for that, and so I will be going. And
are you going to be singing?
I'm just there as a guest, and that would be very nice, and very nice to be invited by Moira and the family. So, and it's very nice to go and be part of the congregation. Today was lovely, but when you're singing at a wedding
no
or
music.
No
music.
No, I had no accompaniment today, Frank.
Just to see.
And it's so important, and you.
It just adds a little bit of pressure to when you're out at a function if you're having to perform.
Yes, and when it's sort of near the end and you have to sit through the whole service, it gives you plenty of time to be nervous. Are you going to?
No, I was going to suggest you sing this song.
Which one is this?
Dark Island.
Oh, right, okay. As you can tell, we're putting this together while you watch. Lorna Smith, I'm still laughing, the golfer sing. He's always the last to know. Works both ways. Away to the westward, I'm longing to be where the beauty of heaven unfolds by the sea, where the deep purple heather blooms fragrant and free on a hilltop high above the dark island. Oh, island, my childhood, I'm upon the dark isle. There we go.
Lovely song.
That is always a favourite.
Yeah, that's one of mine.
One of the golfers' favourites. I don't think I've answered the question to your clue though. And I know that Anne Houston in Tain got it. And we want to say bon voyage to Anne because she's going off to India on a bit of a trip.
Oh, lovely.
So Annie, enjoy safe travels. And no doubt you'll be watching from Calcutta because we get, it never ceases to amaze us where people watch from. I mean, you've got
yes.
fans all over, I know.
Yes.
They come from all over the world.
Yeah, that's to do with the Scottish Country Dance
I know,
Society, which they have branches and groups in almost every country of the world, particularly in the Middle and the Far East.
And you know, we had loads and loads of messages, Frank, congratulating you on your awards. Not
yeah.
just one award,
Yeah.
2 awards. I'm in the company of greatness here.
The feeling's mutual.
You're very
yes.
chuffed though, aren't you?
Oh yes, yeah.
It's such a...
I was humbled and just it was an amazing thing to get, and it took me a long time to recover. I felt to give this speech at the AGM, and I felt completely out of my normal zone because usually when you see me, all you see is an accordion with arms and legs.
Yeah.
But I was standing there naked without my accordion on. So anyway, it was.
Excuse
him,
wow, that would have
out of my comfort zone.
I'm sure the audience were bewildered as well. Frank naked with his accordion. Thank you for choosing the Dark Island on behalf of everybody out there because I know that they will. It's a big favourite, and I used to sing. Well, I still do, with permission, the other version of the Dark Island because there are 2 versions as we know, and you know I need to get permission to sing the other one, but I do sometimes get permission and I do sing it because that's the version that I sang when I was 9 at the Eden Court Theatre in Inverness when John was the manager and all happy days. But really,
both Alistair and your dad sang all these songs, and they were favourites. Every night they went out, they sang these songs because they would get hung, drawn, and quartered if they didn't.
Well, they were so popular, and they stand the test of time. You know, I mean, even if people do different arrangements, and I know that there's a marvellous folk revival all over the world, and Scotland in many ways leads the way. Together with the Irish and in our wonderful folk music, but so many of the tunes that they play are perhaps with a new arrangement, but they're still these ancient tunes.
Yes.
And beautiful poetry or lyrics. And actually, this coming Friday, I think I have told the golfer this. Again, I'm very privileged to have been invited to sing by the actress Susan George. Susan's a dear friend, and her late husband, wonderful actor Simon McCorkindale, Scottish roots, lovely, lovely man. He sadly died far too young at the age of sort of 60. And every couple of years, Susan has a gathering of friends to do lasting love letters. So you have one of her actor friends reading Spencer Tracy's letter to Catherine Hepburn. So on Friday, I'm going to sing and speak a bit of A Fond Kiss. So Robert Burns' letter to Clorinda, his mistress, or one of his many mistresses. Yes. So it'd be lovely to do that. So, yeah.
Strangely enough, just this morning, I was trawling through, it would have been Facebook or YouTube, and I came across the Burns Supper, nae ordinary Burns Supper, which was done in this house. And it was rather special to look back and just listen and watch that programme once again.
Yeah, we should put it out again, or it was probably there anyway.
Yes.
Yes, it was a great Burns Supper in the kitchen here.
Yes, and some of it.
He did, what did he do? Tam O'Shanter.
Oh, yes.
I did the grace.
You did the address to the haggis, I think.
From memory.
Aberdeen University
I
Choir.
still haven't been paid, Frank.
No, nobody gets paid in this kitchen. It's a hazard of being in the kitchen. Are you going to play a wee up-tempo
Oh,
something?
why not? Just a few marches.
Has anyone found out what clepsydra is?
Oh, the golfer would like to know. Clepsydra. Hazel Kent, thank you, Fiona Frank, the golfer. Another great kitchen concert. I mean, the golfer actually just sits there shouting the clue, and I need to give you the answer, but I'm just seeing if anyone has given the answer.
What the answer?
Well, Elizabeth Lissamore McGilvery is saying thank you, but she hasn't given the answer. And Anne Keith and Annie Warren, and she's saying amazing and thank you for playing, Frank.
Oh, glad.
And Linda Parsons enjoyed it as always, and Frank Crombie loved it, and Edna, great tunes. Frank, you're so good on that accordion. And it's a water clock, says Jamie Sutherland.
Correct.
Correct. Super concert. Great songs. Thank you all. I think they must be going off for their tea. Patsy Anderson. Frank, that was wonderful.
Oh, good.
Patsy, you'll be glad to know I've got my voice back. I've got my energy back. Looking forward to seeing you soon. Anna Reid and Houston, you've just got me in the mood to finish my packing. Oh, thanks. I don't know whether that's a compliment or not. Great concert. And Catherine Bell saying it's very good. Water clock. So clepsydra is a water clock.
Yep.
Yeah.
What is a water clock?
Well, they use water, just to use the water to funnel it through to keep the clock going.
What, use the water to keep the clock going?
Yeah.
Where?
Well, no.
So where were the hands of the water, the clock?
Well, it's on the face of the clock.
So it's
And
on
it
the face-
turns it. It's a bit like just winding it. The
Or-
water winds it.
Oh, so instead of winding it, the water drives the...
Yeah.
As you can all tell,
A hydro clock.
I was very good at science at
I
school.
can see that.
I met someone today from my old school in Glasgow, and we were just talking about how Andy Stewart's children and the Kennedys we were all at the same school. I don't think the school knew what quite to do with us, because they would just sort of go, oh, these theatrical people. So Melanie regularly watches, and Tara and everything, and they're
lovely,
great.
yes.
They're a great family, and it was just unfortunate for Westbourne School for Girls to have the Stewarts and the Kennedys there. I think our grades weren't perhaps, Oxford and Cambridge, if you know what I mean. But we came through in other ways, didn't we, girls? I think so. It wasn't in science or maths, though, that was for sure. Rubbish. Now, I don't know. Oh, My Heart's in the Highlands.
Well, I
we
remember...
do one for the we're doing one for the ditch. We're doing pretty well.
Well, I think someone requested this one for last week.
Oh, right, okay, well, let's have a go.
So that was down for last week.
Okay. All right, let's try.
I want to know.
Do you not know that one? This has
no,
never stopped us before, Frank. Has it? You tried. Da 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 da. Give me a C. Do you want to play the tune or will I? My heart's in the Highlands. My heart is not here. My heart's in the Highlands, chasing the deer, chasing the wild deer, following the road. My heart's in the Highlands, wherever I go. Farewell to the Highlands, farewell to the North, the birthplace of valor, the country of worth. Wherever I rove, my heart's in the Highlands, forever I love. My heart's in the Highlands, my heart is not here. My heart's in the Highlands, chasing the deer, chasing the wild deer, and following the road. My heart's in the Highlands, wherever I go.
I think that's a Burns song, is it? Yeah.
Oh, that is praise indeed from the golfer. That is a Burns song. And I think Burns, he did go to Inverness and wove his way around. Frank, you're a complete star. You arrive, or I arrive here at 1 minute to 6, fresh from a huge traffic jam, a lorry driving up the motorway.
The wrong way.
The wrong way.
A 44-footer.
A 44-foot truck.
Oh,
There was chaos. So literally,
frightening.
thank you. I walked in, took off my coat, and there you are with all the
I
songs.
had broken into the house, yes.
I told you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us. Next week at Uncle Alistair Gillis's house. Look forward to that. And then I'm trying to think ahead. I'll be back. I don't know what's happening after that, but Frank
Next
will be
weekend
back.
will be St Andrews, I think,
will it?
weekend, I think.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
It is.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Where am I going to
you.
be? Oh, I'm going to be Glasgow.
Are
Yes.
you not going to the thing in London?
Yes. Then I'm going to something in London.
Are you not going to St Andrews in London?
Yes, but first we've got Hannah's do. Well, we've got that and the Maggie's Carol concert. Oh yes. Oh no, I'm not going to that lunch. No. Speak amongst yourselves. It's fine.
Fiona Kennedy.
Bravo! Thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you next week from the Mogai.